everyone, and welcome to this beautiful tutorial of drawing the great hornet. And what I will be using is my Panpastels and pastel knives, and of course my Carbatello Stabilo pencil pastels. I have a box of 60 colors and I totally love it. And for this drawing I will be drawing on the Mi Tientes Touch from Canson. And that's an awesome paper. It feels like gritting paper. And they come in 4 colors and I needed the black for this magnificent animal. Now for the setup I am using a middle gray pastel pencil. The best thing to do is to start out with the eye and place it on the correct position on your drawing paper. Now my first concern is to point out the direction of the feathers. And this owl will be sitting in a night landscape, and you can see me here sparing out its beak. And what I also draw in, of course, are those big ears. And it's the biggest owl of the whole world. It's the great hornet, and they are definitely in my top 10 amazing animals. I've drawn one in graphite once and made a tutorial out of this, but I've never drawn this amazing animal in color. So I'm going to give this a try. And you can see me drawing in the direction of the feathers that I need to make a setup for this drawing. The left side of the owl will be fading away in the dark. And here I'm starting with my palette knife. And I will first put in a little bit of yellow ochre. It's a mere underlayment. And what is also very nice, and maybe you do not have any Panpastels, but when you have a Panpastel knife, you can go over your pastel pencil drawing. What it does then is it immediately starts looking like Panpastel, and you can use the knife to fade out those lines that you've put in with your pencil. I do not want those harsh lines, of course, so I'm going to fade them all out with my palette knife, and in between I place in a little bit of color already. Also, with the palette knife, I keep notice of the direction of the feathers. So I try to put in each and every feather and the markings that are on them. What I also keep notice of is the direction of the light. Now the moon is coming from the right, as you will see later on in this drawing. So I have to get those lights correct to get kind of a realistic effect. And what you can see here is that the Panpastel is behaving like feathers as it is. So just by putting on those little dots with that knife, you get a feathery effect. When you hold the knife a little bit on the side, you can see you can just draw in little lines, and the paper really sucks it in and it really stays there. So that is also a very nice effect of the Panpastel. The owl is getting more and more shape, and what I love about this setup, this underlayment with Panpastel, is that it is very, very soft. And once you have most of the feathers in and the composition that you want, you can just shift over to the pastel pencils again, which I will show you later on. Okay, now for the eye, I'm simply using a light yellow and a standard yellow. Over this I play a red brownish color, and I draw around the pupil, then put in a little bit of white, and then go over the eye with a little bit of black. I also use it for the edge of the eye, and then I'm starting to use that black color to draw in little lines in between the feathers. Now the beak itself has a little gray stripe for the light that is hitting on that beak, and nothing more. Here I have the middle gray, and I start drawing in all the feathers. I ease down the dot on the eye a little bit, and now you can see the effect of the pencils working together with the Panpastel. The pencils are used to put in little details in the feathers. The effect is that the owl is less blurry and the feathers will stand out more and more. To ease the yellow down, I place over a little bit of dark ochre. I also do that in the breast feathers, and then I go over it to temper it down with a darker gray. The darker gray is for the parts that are more like in the shadow. Then I pick up my black pastel pencil again, and I start drawing in little shadows and markings in the feathers. This combination gives it a very, very realistic effect. The white color will stand out, and I also put it in the second marking. The effect is simply amazing. So by building up your drawing very easily with the Panpastel and then putting in detail with the pastel pencils, you will get this magnificent and beautiful and detailed effect. Here I'm using a little bit of light yellow again for the parts that are shined upon the most by that moon. And the light yellow is a perfect color for this. It will make the feathers pop out even a little bit more. I blur out the eye a little bit to give it that soft feel. And here I put in a little bit of middle yellow. And then to shift over, I take the lighter yellow again. So you can see me placing a lot of colors next to each other. And also a little bit of light yellow here on that bright color. I ease it down just a little bit. And now to give my great hornet a real nice place, I'm putting in with the Panpastel some clouds. It's just a dark gray, and then over that I put a little bit of middle gray. Now this is done very easily, and that is the nice thing about the Panpastel. You can create clouds in just 1 minute. Here I fade out the left side of the owl, which is disappearing in the night, and then I simply ease down a little bit of stars in the sky. This magnificent animal is just something I really wanted to draw, and here I'm using just a little bit of my Koh-i-Noor pencil eraser to pop out a little bit of those feathers, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a try, and I hope for a big thumbs up, of course. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you again next Friday.